Okay, so the first outline that you looked at in part one of this video was one side at a time or subject by subject outline. And this one is point by point. So we're going to go through it with the same information as in the previous video. So if you look here, let me find my cursor. Point one in your other part of your outline was pay. And subject A was business management. And for supporting examples for business management, I had put higher pay, and let's see, the other one was better benefits. Then subject B, of course, was museum management. And this one, sorry about that, this one had low benefits, so perhaps in this one there was no tuition waiver, and in this one there was like a tuition waiver so that you can go back to school. Tuition waivers, in case you don't know that, are if you are working at certain places, sometimes the business will pay for it. So then under museum management, for the other supporting example under the pay listing, it was like low medical coverage, and of course lower pay. And the lower benefits, since benefits are usually tied in with pay, that fits pretty well. So for point two, you would put prestige. And in this one, you would go the same route. You would do business management. And for the supporting example for business management, I previously put higher pay, but in the sense that I can afford more luxury. And of course, the perks, which in the previous one was a car is provided by the business, and perhaps housing because I'm a traveling business manager. And then subject B, the museum management, I had that there were no perks, and I might even have to pay for my own I guess I should put these in order. So the first one up there was can afford more luxury and can't afford luxury. I might even have to work another part-time job to afford the luxury that I want. So then down another supporting example is like a perks. You could even talk about how perhaps the museum management job makes you pay for your own travel costs. So even though you're going to pick up a piece of artwork or whatever for the museum, that you might even have to pay for your own costs. So the last one was fulfillment. And if you look, subject A again is business management. If you go down, we had for that one the meeting sales goals. So meeting the goals of the business is perhaps a strength that you have, and that you can say that that's something that you feel comfortable that you'd be able to do. And then a high level of customer interaction. So those were the business management ones. Then museum management. That one, if you go on down to supporting example, down here, we had that that it was difficult to meet the maybe museum goals. Maybe those goals are stuff like acquiring new art and having to deal with art dealers who don't want to sell or things like that. And perhaps it's just more difficult because of your skill level. Or another example in this area was that perhaps this museum manager only dealt with art dealers or buying things online or managing where things go and has maybe a more isolated job, less interaction with customers or the public. So as you see, there are two ways to do this, and they're fairly simple. You just have to sit down and think about what kind of supporting example, because if you're going to talk about each subject, you have to support that with information. And this essay that you're going to write is an intricate part of your argument essay that will come later. So learning how to compare and contrast, or in this case just contrast, is a very important skill. So I hope that these videos were helpful, and as always, feel free to contact me if you have any additional questions. I'm happy to help. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.